from NRG Stadium in Houston. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Saints get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Play action. Here's Stroud. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Willie Gay getting in there and picking up the sack. And they get to him right out of the gate. And this defense hoping that that's a harbinger of things to come.
Yeah, when you give up a first-play sack, makes your quarterback wonder if he's going to go to the sidelines and talk with his offense coordinator and head coach and say, hey, you know that game plan we put together? We might need to change it right now.
They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Stroud. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
2nd and 5. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Here's Higgins out on the right side. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Stroud looking to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Collins. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Well, Brandon, obviously no panic in them. They gave up the touchdown. Yeah, their defensive side did that. But he's already taken them back downfield. I love this field general that they've got. It's almost like he went to the defensive captain and said, don't worry about it. We've got you. Now they got 1st and goal.
Yeah, we're seeing punch, counter punch, and this could be setting the table for quite the game.
I like that. Let's go ahead and put it in the boxing ring, right? You're going to get hit sometimes. Can you respond and hit back? And they're trying to do exactly that.
Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in his opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. First carry here for Joe Mixon. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis.
And the Saints will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
First carry for Nick Chubb. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
Well, this defense for the Texans, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That's taken on the 25. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt.
And the Texans will take over.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Now Stroud. Connecting on the out route here with Higgins.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
49, guys. Mike, 49. 79 Broncos.
Throwing now is Stroud. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3-and-out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
On first down, here's Stroud.
It's complete to Brown, right side. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
19 tight. 19 tight.
Stroud to throw it.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Collins. And he goes out right around the 39.
Ball on the 39. Here's a 2nd and 5. Here goes Stroud again. This goes out wide for Mixon.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
The Texans at 11-5 on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 2nd down, it's Stroud.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
Nico Collins.
His 17th touchdown now on the season.
And the Texans are an extra point away from drawing level.
Extra point splits the uprights. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Good defensive call right there, because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
They'll set up a throw. Flush to his right.
Oh, a Cardinal sin there, thrown back over the middle, and it's intercepted.
And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Now the try here for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This taken in at the goal line. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived, as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. And again, it's Chubb. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field, but his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, and I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here.
Meanwhile, Stroud's throw taken in by Collins.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Stroud.
He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And Stroud now to throw.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Back to throw. Stroud. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Brown.
And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. Mixon is into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Texans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Stroud sets up the play action. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. Mixing up the middle. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it, because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Stroud here on 3rd and long. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The 2nd down throw now from Stroud. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go.
And now it's third down.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Higgins goes in motion right. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
They'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Stroud out of the gun here. Open man is Higgins. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down. He moved from your former position senior year, strong safety.
Yeah, sometimes they get you up near the line of scrimmage, or you're trying to time up a blitz. You've got to get it right, otherwise that flag comes out and you just cost your team some yardage.
Stroud will look to throw once more.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10. Stroud to throw yet again here.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap to Stroud. They intercept Stroud again, the 3rd time in this game.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So that potentially a turning point here this 3rd quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick 6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense, delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Warriors 17.
Looking to throw. Stroud forced out to his left. He will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Throwing on third and long. Stroud. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Harold Landry providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their up.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Caleb Farley. And the Texans are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play.
Back now in Houston, it's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Short completion, just 4 yards. 3rd and 7 now.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Stroud on 3rd down now.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
They will look to flush the memory of that pick 6 as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the 4th quarter. Getting down to the good stuff.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
That would have been a nice one to hit on in a tie game. You start to think that one big play, maybe the next big play, could turn out to be the game winner. They took the big shot, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. Isaiah Foskey picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one.
He's got a man complete. A huge play there for Houston. 41 yards.
Talk about a momentum shifter right there. Tie game, fourth quarter. These are the plays that win you games. And now defensively, the question becomes, how do you respond?
60 Bison, 60 Bison, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
56 is the mic.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10.
To Mixon on the check down. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Stroud's throw caught by Higgins.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 10 more there and another 1st down.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Again, it's Stroud.
That is caught inside the 5.
And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon, and he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to...
Touchdown! A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Texans have broken our tie and have taken a fourth-quarter lead.
Extra point right down the middle, and they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. 46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's got his big tight end here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Here's 1st down.
They run it again with Chubb. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
They come up now on 2nd and 2.
And Chubb will try the middle here. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
2 timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10.
He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we may very well be headed to overtime.
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Stroud. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Escaping the pressure right.
Oh, look at this. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And the Texans will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Stroud.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he wisely will throw that one away. And we have free football. Overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end. Going to overtime because neither one got an advantage today.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
98 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. 3rd and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. Now a first throw here in overtime.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Here's Logan Cook now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick six, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
Hey, pick your game up. 56 to Mike.
60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
Now it's Stroud's turn in OT. Pass complete to Higgins.
And he'll be knocked to the turf right there as he gets it up to the 43. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmys and the Joes.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back completions, and that puts them in enemy territory.
And we're always looking for that elusive term, momentum, aren't we? And I think they're building it with the back-to-back completions. Now they feel like they can either take a shot or continue to build it the way that they're doing now. Safe throws, get it to their playmakers, and see what happens.
Just straight money right there. The biggest drive of the game, a chance to win it in overtime. If they've been saving that play, they sure pulled it out at the right time. A huge turn of events there.
79 Broncos.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
Stroud to throw it. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
On second down, here's Mixon. He juked him, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown.